everybody can see us. Wow, welcome everybody. Hello, Olaxis. Welcome. It's another fine day in the galaxy. No problems at all, except on the very edge of Olaxis, where some heroes are dealing with the cult. But that's the way the chips fall. So welcome everybody. This is episode 9 of our playthrough of the Burn Bryte module, Burning Daylight. If you don't know what this is, Burn Bryte is a really awesome game that was designed for Roll20. It's a science fantasy game that follows our sapient heroes as they're, trying to do the best they can before the burn consumes the galaxy. So that's us. This is our 9th episode, which means that we only have one more episode next week. So next week is going to be our finale. But we have a lot of threads to chop off, I guess, before we get there. So let's go around the table here and meet all of our wonderful players. So Darcy, let's go ahead and who are you?
Hey everybody, I'm Darcy. My pronouns are she, her, and I had the wonderful privilege of being a co-designer on this game, and it's been a delight to be a player. So in this campaign, I play Ola Zazcott. He is a sort of grizzled veteran Kithuk who is hoping for a brighter future for this bug man and his, ragtag band of friends and our beautiful weird ship. He's very curious what's going on with mysterious Wanda, our ship. And last session, he got knocked out on the space station by a strange fire rune. And so the events of the last session, which have been exciting, are a blur to him. So we'll see what he gets up to joining his friends again.
I just want to say first that the fact that Celeste thinks we'll have an episode next week gives me hope that at least one of us will survive.
To tell our story.
Yeah, truly.
Exactly. Even one character made it out of Hamlet. So, we gotta,
right.
just
God's above. Is that the level we're on? Oh, boy.
I don't know. I hope not.
Me too. Hi, everybody. My name's Eugenio. You might know me as DM Jazzy Hands. I use he, him pronouns. And tonight I will be playing Atash. They use they, them pronouns. They are our Zavoy friend who really just wants to learn all about the different species of the galaxy, inside and out. Last week, I don't know, I consumed a corpse to heal myself and then tricked some cultists into thinking that I was one of them.
Just living my best life. Yep.
I'm Jess, she, they. I'm playing Lou, a driftling who, before starting this adventure with their new friends, was very optimistic to see Olaxis, and now is mostly just hoping to live to see tomorrow. Especially after they saw their friend Atash devour a body in a different way than they normally do. They normally devour it, they normally inhabit it.
No, this time they ate it, so...
Yeah, they're experiencing... they wanted to experience new things, so they're experiencing some new things that they were hoping they didn't have to specify wasn't what they wanted to experience.
Yes.
You're welcome.
We're discovering the con list of the pro-con list that is life's journeys. Yeah.
Truly.
Yes, if there was a highlight at all in the last game, it was that.
Oh yeah. I really liked, I was rewatching the video and there's just a moment of about a minute of silence where we all are just kind of staring at Eugenio. So it was pretty delightful. I highly recommend checking that out. Maybe clipping it so we can remember that horrible moment for all time.
Yeah. Save the silence. I'm Naseem, she, her, and I am playing Vam, your Rornan, pronouns they, them, and we are just completely ecstatic that our family has grown. We have 2 Enos twins here supporting us, supporting our cause, and whether we die or become captive ourselves, we are fighting on the right side of history together.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all of chat is hashtag VamFamming, so I think you've converted
Yes!
many followers
Vamily!
across in many dimensions and universes. Yes. Well, hi. My name is Celeste Konowich. She, her. I am going to be your game master today. So the one dealing out the good, the bad, the ugly. Probably the bad and the ugly, but, you know, maybe some good stuff too. So yeah, that's me. Before we dive into the recap from last time, I do, of course, want to remind you folks about our donation campaign that is going on. Look in the bar above. You see we have a donation going through Tiltify for code 2040. We are only $300 away from our $1,500 goal for these 10 episodes, so I would really, really love to see if we could hit that mark by the end of the game. So you have this episode, next episode, and as an added bonus, whenever we hit that $100 mark, we are going to be raffling off a copy of this game. So, you know, if you are curious about playing Burn Bryte, about seeing the full rule set, taking a look at what our heroes are dealing with, go and donate. And of course, all the proceeds go to Code 2040, which is an awesome organization that works to take down some of the barriers that Black and Latinx folks are facing in the tech industry. So it is a wonderful cause. Look to the chat to see how you can donate, and let's make it happen. Let's do the 1,500 and end on a bright note, if you will. So that's the business. So let's do a recap of last time, and let's make it really good because Darcy wasn't here last time, so we have to get all the gory details.
Screaming.
Space. The scene. Open. Ooh.
Dark. No, this is the
Spinning
recap because that's all it was.
planets.
Us in space screaming. I don't know.
Okay, well, where did we start? Is
right,
always
so
a good.
We
started with
door.
we cannot door.
Yeah.
That is the title of the
That's-
episode. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Doors. So we started with Atash and Ola. Well, with Atash seeing Ola not moving, not dead, not moving. It became quickly clear to Atash that they were not going to be able to get through the door that Ola had tried to open. Indeed, he was so good at opening the door that he went all the way around and got to completely unopenable.
Yes, melted it into just a pile
You're
of
welcome.
scrap, sealed scrap.
Right.
Yep.
So I made sure that Ola was comfortable and hopefully hidden, and then ran over to Lou, who was playing a fun game of peekaboo with some cultists and a malfunctioning door because
Do you
once
mean
again,
Peekaloo?
Peekaloo! Wow! You invented that. Trademark it.
TM. Yeah, we were playing Peekaloo because once again, all together now, we can't door.
I can't door.
And so we managed to knock out a couple of like recruit cultists, which was great. We took one of their clothes and Atash took the other one by extruding parts of their slug self out through the ends of Cotyledon's viney fingers and sort of consuming the body in order to repair Cotyledon's body. So we sort of incorporated biomass to create biomass by sort of using Cotyledon's fingers as straws, if you will.
Yeah. Oh, yep. You had a nice cultist smoothie.
Yeah.
And
then Lou and I decided to try and put on cult robes and pretend to be in the cult, and somehow it worked. So we managed to convince a few cultists that we were there, to help evacuate some of the cultists, or some of the hostages rather, and they sent us up to the northwestern part of the station to go retrieve some more of them. And we managed to get through one door without too much trouble. So sometimes we can door.
But then we got stuck because we played a fun, tricky game where we convinced everyone we're occultists and like burst into a room like, everybody get going, things are happening, someone's coming, and got some of the hostages onto Wanda. And immediately it just turned out not great, because then we were on Wanda and had to disengage from the space station and are now surrounded by ships, and we're in big trouble.
Yeah, so you're out there floating in space, and meanwhile, on the other side of the ship, what was happening? Naseem, what happened to Vam?
Oh, well, I done screwed myself over.
It's kind of a theme of last episode, quite honestly.
Yeah, pretty much. We opened the door into this hangar full of ships, and there was a nice little band of cultists there just waiting for us. And I ball of death, like, busted through every single one of them. And then after that, I believe those two Beatrice and Bart showed up. And
well, those cultists, they took you down, and you were unconscious at 0.
Oh, right. I forgot that part because I was unconscious.
It's all a blur.
Yeah, we blacked out. They took me out. And then when I woke up, they had taken all of them out somehow because they're badass, twin vigilantes, apparently. And then we all together came and destroyed the hydraulics of the little fighter ships and the one, what's that, the interceptor, I think it is.
Yeah, the fighters and the interceptors.
Yeah, we left the bigger ships open so that should there be a bunch of captives here, we can get them into these ships and fly away. But then a bunch of other cultists showed up as we were doing that. And we're like, oh, get in the ships and pew pew them. Use the guns that are still there. So that's what we're doing now.
Yeah. So, good. That's what's happening. That is what is happening. So we are going to get into it. So basically, yeah, when last we left off, there were 2 big old confrontations about to happen. One is happening out in space as both Lou and Atash are on board Wanda now. Wanda had pulled, come by, docked there, taken on some of these passengers. Atash and Lou had made a break for it, maybe hoping to get to the bay on the other side. But pretty instantly as they went down into space, they found that those ships that were patrolling the area and had led you in were waiting. And clearly they had some kind of communication from Oppo because these ships are in no mood to be deceived any longer. So you are about to deal with that confrontation. And at the same time, we have happening on board the space station in the hangar bay now, a fight for our lives as Vam and these 2 from the Vamily are trying to hold off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cultists, which had charged into the room, hoping to get into the ships to go fight Wanda on the outside. So those are our 2 fronts here. So this episode, we're definitely going to be starting off with some back and forth. How are we all feeling? Do we want to start with the space problem, or do we want to start with the ship problem, everybody? The ship problem? All right, Eugenio's okay. All right. Well,
I have to know what happens to Vam.
No.
Nope. You were volunteered as tribute, so everybody.
You miscounted. There's only
no.
5 of them.
Yeah, that's not true. There's tokens. We can see them. Speaking of, let's go to the main screen. Voila! Whoosh! Oh wow, we're here. And we can definitely see all of these tokens. Everybody, let's just look at all of these pretty tokens happening right down here.
I am in deep denial.
I don't like it here. Your reality is lame. All right. So here we are, dear viewers. Let's lean out a little bit so we can see what's happening. In summary, all of these cultists here basically burst in a big group, seeing you, Vam, and the basically with all of these cultists who have been knocked out and tied up. by the Enos. So as these other cultists storm in, there wasn't much doubt about what had happened. So all of you had jumped into these ships. So I have you right now. This is Bart up here, sitting in an interceptor, along with you in an interceptor, and then we have Beatrice in one of these smaller fighters. And you all have disabled the movement capabilities on these ships, but they are still all equipped with weapons. So you have those at your disposal. So with that, I guess let's move into our first phase of combat here, because this is a fight. Cool. So I'm going to start declaring some actions. Oh boy, there's so many of them. There's just so many of them. Okay. So I think the blue cultist is going to move into the center of the room and appears to going to be slinging fire at you all. So that's their plan. And then 4 of these cultists, these yellow-robed ones, are going to climb into the VIP shuttles over here. And you think try to use the weapons on there. And then I think the other 4 are also going to back up this blue cultist and just start firing with fire. Okay, so the general plan is 4 yellows are going into the yellow ships, and the rest are basically just going to be slinging at you all in your ships. So that's my phase. And then we go to phase 2, where you all get to decide what's happening. And I think phase 2, Ola is definitely going to be involved in this. So why don't you give us a quick summary, Ola, of what's happening? The cultists clearly haven't seen you yet, since all of their actions were declared forward. So yeah, just a little story about what's happened to Ola so far.
Yeah, so I think Ola was sort of awoke to the sound of all kinds of stuff going wrong, I think.
Yep.
After being unconscious. And I think he's still quite singed. You know, he was in really rough looking shape. Last we left him, we sort of vignette through him pulling out a med pack that he has, and pulling out one of these sort of, kind of fluid in a tube, and sort of laying this kind of gelatinous substance across, big gashes of flesh being, cracked and ripped, and you can see that it glows a little and is starting to kind of tighten the tissue back together. And then he's sort of kind of trying to sneak, but sort of still a bit rickety right now, sort of struggling. And so I think he passes through the door. We wanted to go check in this room that Darcy, at least, is very curious about what's in, and we will never know. I think he's sort of still almost smoke coming off of him in parts that have been really singed and ashy, and is trying to sneak behind these cultists. I suspect that there's quite a scent of horrible, rune singeing about him, and were they not in a firefight right now, maybe that would give me away. But so far I've been able to sneak forth. So I've got my charge staff out, and I'm just trying to maybe even using the far goggles to peek around a corner with a maybe with a mirror. And I see that some of those ships are on. Maybe I catch just the tail end of one of the maybe Lou or Lou's little animal companion hopping into one of the ships.
Oh, so Lou is actually on board Wanda, so not in this area in particular. So Vam Fam. Yeah, Lou and Atash are out in space having their own adventure.
Right.
Cool. So I'll say, maybe would you like to go first at this round, just to maybe make your presence known before some ships start firing or something?
Yes, I would like that.
Okay.
I think that makes sense. So I think what I'm going to do, let me zoom in on this big old map.
Oh, yeah.
Is I would like to move to here. I think I can make it. Let me do a measure. Yeah, I can definitely make that.
Oh, yeah.
So I think Ola comes barreling out. Once Ola makes himself known, he makes himself known in a big way. So let's scooch over. and I'm absolutely. Can I get in like all up in these folks?
I
Is there
think
any
so.
problem with that?
No, because as long as you don't move directly through their space, you can move diagonal. So yeah, I think you just you appear and they're like, whoa.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I would like to. I think I would like to just use a power attack, just sort of lash out with brute force. Using my fancy charge staff and just lash out at maybe the one, I don't know, in north of me.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'd like to start with that. I have a plan.
All right, plan.
And I'll yell a lot,
Yeah. Yeah.
for Wanda.
for my lady Wanda. Yes. All right. So starting things off, complexity 2 as we go ahead and get this started.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Really?
All right. It's a hot night. We're starting good. Okay. So you go ahead and you hit. And are you just doing like a punch or a charge staff?
I think I'm doing a charge staff, but not a well executed technique or anything. Just wailing on this thing.
Okay. All right. So as you hit this cultist, only 1 health point. So this is going to drop to 0. And this cultist explodes in this burst of fire once again. Right. So since you are standing adjacent to it, you are going to take 1 point of flame damage as this cultist incinerates. And you see all the other cultists are like, what? Who? Huh? What? As you
see a little
got in there.
Shimmer. Yeah, you see a little shimmer as my shield charge absorbs it, but not out of shield charges until I repower it.
So. All right. Oof. All right. All right. You pressing your luck doing another action?
I'm gonna spend a Nova point and do a special.
What's a special?
I'm going to use. Let me see if I can show you. I can
roll the Nova. So I figured it out. Yeah, it's special roll, Naseem. That was the thing I was trying to get you to do last time. But if you like roll in your special abilities, it'll pop up in chat like this, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna generate a Nova point and spend it right away.
Woo.
And unfortunately, I can't see many of you, so my advantages ability is less useful. But this wide arc should be helpful. I spend 1 Nova point to make a single skill attack roll with a melee weapon that targets all enemies who are adjacent to me.
Ooh, cool.
Ooh, can I move first?
Yeah.
I have to roll to move first.
Oh, you'd have to
That's
roll to move because I think you expended your movement.
Yeah, I think that's more cinematic. So yeah, I think I knock this folk out, get blasted with a bunch of heat, and sort of jump through the fire, letting my shield absorb it. And let's see if I successfully do this or totally fall on my face.
Complexity 3.
Yep, athletics. Still let me down. Yes.
All right. You see, this is why we need your last time.
It's almost like a warrior.
Oh my gosh, it's like we need a tank or something. Excellent. Okay. So and you do a cool maneuver. But now you're going to be rolling at a 4 complexity.
I am, and this is hard. So I don't like it, but I think I'm just going to try it. Just a melee attack. Fingers crossed.
Oh!
Okay, so
nailing it. Oh my god.
I hope I'm not taking all our successful rolls for the night. We need those for doors.
Yeah, I did that last time, so it's a scary feeling.
It was so cool.
Okay. What does this melee sweep attack look like?
Yeah, I think it's that I've got those extra appendages, right? I've got 2 sets of upper arms and 2 sets of legs, and so I'm almost imagining I'm kind of sending out the charge staff and grabbing it with other appendages and sweeping the legs, right? It's just a whirlwind of multi-appendage.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
thwacking. It's great.
I imagine it looks so beautiful too when you do it.
I think so. I think we haven't really seen Ola in action like this before. So.
Okay. So that is going to be 1 point of damage against all of these things. So you are in the center here. So 2 of these cultists are going to explode and incinerate.
Now that will hurt me. So.
Ooh, okay, so that's
Now.
one. As they burst into flame, and pop and crackle as just this snap, crack, and pop. Okay, so you have incinerated 2 of these cultists here, so that's 2 points of fire damage. And this
Okay.
blue one, who kind of just gives you the aura of a leader, based on the attention that's being paid here. You smack them, but they don't go down, and they kind of cast a glance of hatred at you in this moment. You're gonna keep pressing your luck. You're feeling,
I am only at 1 health level left, so pretty rough. And I would like to not go down here. So I might. Let's see. Do I try to use my med pack, which only gives me 1 health level back, which is dangerous, or do I use the action to try to GTFO? Which is what I am leaning toward. So I believe I can still make another move action. I just have to roll for it at this very high difficulty now. So sorry if I'm generating complications for you all, but I think I'm going to try to get out of reach.
All right, complexity 5 to
it's a
try
hot mess.
and take a movement.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to try to advocate for is
Okay.
that my big old die of empathy
Okay.
is useful because I'm watching how these I've been watching how these cultists work together as teams,
Okay.
and so I understand what their kind of tactics and how they sort of operate. And so what I'm hoping is I'll predict where they'll have an opening, or who will be kind of unsuspecting, sort of identifying the sort of weaker or less aware person, and try to dive through that hole to get out. What do you think?
That's a pretty good case. I'll accept it. Empathy,
right.
complexity 5.
Okay. Oh, this is so bad.
Ooh,
Oh, fail.
there it is.
Okay.
All right. I will take
Worth a shot.
a collapse point, because I want my blue to get some vengeance on you. So I think this looks like, in this moment, you are exhausted, and you think if you hadn't just almost died and then come back with medicine, you could probably have pulled this off, but your body just fails you in this moment, and you just are not able to move. It's all you have to hold, your warrior stance.
Lovely.
So with that, let's jump to Vam. Would you like Bart or Beatrice to go before you? They are definitely kind of waiting for your cues. So whatever you would like them to do, they will certainly follow suit.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Whether they have the inclination to go first, I'm just gonna say, take down their leader.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead, and then I will roll some stuff to see if they shoot first. Okay. Yep, I think, Beatrice will go. She is in the fighter here. So let's see. I could get... Oh, yeah, I could get... Ooh. Actually... Shoot. Okay, so we're looking at a 60 range, so I can only get one of these. So she is going to go ahead and take a shot at the one she can, which will be yellow, and let me go ahead and...
I have psychic targeting. Does that help? Let me read it.
Whoa! What? Hit the roll thingy so we can put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Where is
so on your character sheet, special abilities.
Here.
Yeah, psychic targeting. But
Yeah,
you don't have any advantages.
Oh, we don't have any advantages. Damn it. Okay.
Ooh.
All right. I needed a reminder.
Okay.
So make one.
Yeah, let's get some advantages.
How do I make an advantage again? What do I do?
So basically, at any point in combat, you can use a roll to make an advantage. And so basically that means, whatever you think it's going to do. Like if you want to, program your ship to have better tracking and send those coordinates to everybody else, that might create an advantage. Or if you want to slide your ship in front of other people, or, just basically spend your turn doing something that would set other people up for success, is how you can generate an advantage.
Cha.
Okay. If you want to
then-
go first before them and set up an advantage, you certainly can.
Yes, as I say, take down their leader. We are sending them like a ping, essentially like what we're doing on the map. I'm pinging which one the leader is as like big parade, arrows pointing down at the blue robe fellow. And I'll use, I guess. Damn it. Yeah, I'll use Suave. I'll use Suave. I'm taking my leader presence and leading the charge. I'm pushing my fighter ever so slightly forward as like, come this way, and like laser targeting my weapons at the leader and saying, this guy.
Yeah, I get it through force of charisma. Let's go ahead and go for it. So this is going to be complexity 2 since it's your first action.
Cool. Ooh.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So you lock in that targeting and give them the coordinates so they can focus and train their weapons onto this individual. So you have generated 1 advantage.
So does that mean that I also need to roll again to use that advantage and give them psychic targeting?
So you may spend 1 advantage when one of your allies makes an attack with a ranged weapon. Okay, so you wouldn't be spending that on your turn. Basically on their turn, when they roll it, you could spend the advantage.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll also let them know. Find it within yourselves. You can push your weapons and your abilities to their limits. Take him down.
Cool. Are you trying to set up another advantage with that? Sounds like a pep talk.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Yeah, if you want. So that would be complexity 2 for that. If you want to go ahead and what kind of skill would you like to use to make this rallying cry?
This one will use presence.
Nice. That makes a lot of sense. So complexity 3 since it's your second action.
Ka-chow. Yeah.
You are so charismatic. Yeah, so you are giving this rallying speech. I imagine it's over like a little walkie, that like plugs into. You're like, blah, 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 be heroes. And then, you click off and you get a yeah, for the Vamily coming from, the other ships as you create another advantage for your team. Do you want to press your luck and do a third action?
I guess since I'm going first, I might as well also try to shoot. Yeah, I'll press my luck.
I love it. You're so bold.
I'll aim for the leader.
So the leader is just out of range here. Actually, 60 feet is your range on this. So let me see if you can even hit any of them. Oh, so you are actually out of range to hit anyone with your...
Well, then can't I use one of my advantages to expend the psychic targeting?
Yeah, it has to be one of your allies, unfortunately. Oh, and it also looks like this is only applicable on board ships. Ooh, sorry, I should have said that.
No, it's ships and melee.
Yeah,
it's just ranged attacks.
Oh, okay. With a ship combat to target ships.
The first half of the description.
But I think it is just allies.
Oh, ranged weapon. Okay. To double the range of the weapon. Got it. It is just going to be allies, unfortunately.
Yeah, true.
But you could use it because currently that Bart is just above you and definitely out of range. Right. So you'll be able to awesome. Give him a shot.
Okay, cool. Atash knows that I moved this way towards the hangar, right? You're aware of where I am.
Yeah, I know that you went that way. I don't know much what happened after that, but I know that you're in that hangar or near that hangar.
Okay. Because my other idea is I could use a Nova Point and connect into my Rornan network and speak with Kazda and let them know that we're in the hangar, we are being attacked, we have some Vamily here, and we need our strength in numbers in order to take them down.
Cool. Yeah. If you want to go ahead and do that, could you pull up that ability for me too? Because I know last time we incorporated a skill roll to make range work. So let me see if I okay. Temporary contact with another Ronin you've personally knows anywhere in Olaxis. Oh yeah, you can just do this. Cool. Yeah. So you can establish this connection, and then basically for 10 minutes, you're going to have basically a phone call level ability to communicate with Kazda. So you can absolutely set that up and make that connection.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I say exactly what I said. We are in the hangar. We have some Vamily here joining us. Ola has rejoined the party, and we are taking them down. We must salvage what ships we can in order to haul as many survivors as we possibly can out of here.
Cool. So I'll say that message goes across, and then we'll jump back into real time, but we will resolve that when we jump to the other ship. That message will be able to be translated across space and time. So anything else for your turn? Did you want to take another action?
No.
Okay.
That'll be it.
All right, so then let's go ahead and get to these twins here. Okay, so Beatrice can go ahead and she can reach this cultist here. So she is going to fire. Oh man, I don't have a character sheet, so I just got to do this. Whoop! I just got to do this way. Wow, rolling as a GM doesn't happen a lot in this game. So she's going to use range. She'd probably be pretty good at it. So I'm going to give her a D10. Okay, 8 and a 2. So she makes contact as she fires the cannons on this ship here, and you see this cultist in the front that she could reach just explodes as she lands a shot here. And I'm going to say, just to make life easier, they're not going to press their luck as NPCs. They're just going to kind of stick to the general plan. But so looking at Bart right now, you know that he is definitely out of range to hit any of these targets. So would you like to use your advantage to give psychic targeting? I'm sorry, what is that experience like for Bart as you are using the psychic targeting feature? What does he experience?
Oh, his experience.
Mm-hmm.
I think he feels more of like an energy than any kind of like voice in his head, because I'm giving like these crying rallies of support that like, you can do this, push your limits. And he's like, yeah, I can do this. The range doesn't matter. It's sheer will and force. And something about that, it's like tingling in his fingertips that you can just do it.
Yeah. And I guess in that, like, with this weird, like, faith that's restored in him, he aims and he can't see the target, the gun definitely won't go that far, but he just knows that this is where the target is. And did you want him to fire at the leader in blue since it's double range?
Yeah, please.
Okay, sure. All right. So let's give him, I think he'd be probably just as good as his sister. You said they're vigilante, So, all right, 9 and a 7. So that is a success as he fires off a shot. And Ola, you see the blue-robed cultist in front of you. Takes a hit and does not look good, does not look happy. But I am going to spend some collapse points here.
Rude.
So blue is going to try and hit you, Ola. Some vengeance. So that is collapse point 2. And then I'm going to give each of these cultists here another attack. I'm just going to go ham and spend all my collapse points. Cool. Because that will bring us to the end of the round. So I get to fire! Shift, double click to pull up some character sheets. Yes. Oh, actually, stand by while I look at them in here. It's just a little bit easier to see. Okay, chat. I'm showing you little secrets of the adventure, but don't tell anyone. Okay. In my journal, my secret DM journal.
Dear diary.
Dear diary.
Today the players
Today-
couldn't open any doors.
It was hilarious.
Ola's going unconscious again.
Okay, 30. Nice. Okay. All right, 30 feet. Got it. Keep that in mind. All right, so we're going to go. Oh, boy. All right. Ooh, buddy. Okay. Okay. Ah, blast. Okay.
Blast it all.
Ah, blast it all.
That's what we're worried about, is that you're going to blast it all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the plan.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and one of those cultists got crushed by that ship. How sad for them.
They're in the ship. They're not crushed. I'll do
Wishful
it in a
thinking.
second. Oh my
I'm
God.
creating audio comedy while you mess with the map. Let me have
Oh my
this.
God.
Be thankful for this content.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Oh no.
It kind of matches the ship though, so like it's sort of hard to tell. Is he in it? Is he under it?
Oh no, that's 2 fire damage. Ooh,
Oh God. He's
Ola.
definitely under the ship. Oh,
Oh
Ola.
no. All right.
Oh,
This
Ola.
blue-robed cultist reaches out and like shoves, their hands onto your already like tender carapace, and you are hit with 2 points of fire damage as this intense flame that burns blue with how hot it is ricochets over your body. Are you down, my friend?
Oh, so down.
All right.
Sorry, folks.
So
I came in hot and I forgot how hot all these guys were. I thought killing them. I forgot that killing them hurts me.
It
every
explodes.
Time, so.
Explodes.
I just went into fighting mode.
So that's going to drop you, because you had 1 health, so go to 0, and then you're going to take a minor condition. So go ahead and maybe take that, probably on one of your physical skills, I would
That
say.
makes sense.
So take that minor condition. Ooh, okay. That's fun. Right. So, and then they're going to go ahead and move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I believe they can hit now with that second attack. Yeah, okay. So they can go ahead and you see a blast of flame come out of their hands as you see the ship that Beatrice is sitting in just explodes into fire. And you see, the Eno kind of struggling inside, trying to undo straps and belts and like get out of the cockpit as this ship is just completely turned to smoldering ruin based on what was happening before and after. So she is dealing with that. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete this ship from the combat. Cool. So that brings us to the end of 1 turn here on board the space station. So let's take a journey out into space to see what is happening with our friends Atash and Lou. So, whoa, we're traveling into space. Oh, Wanda, you're beautiful lady. So I went ahead and just took the liberty of putting you both kind of in the pilot seat or up front here, and then of course you do have on board the 10 prisoners that you managed to save. So what does this look like? What are you doing as you load onto this ship? And I think right before combat starts, I don't think you have time to get a blast off or anything, but if you want to talk to the passengers or something else, you can see on the view screen that you have these 3 ships surrounding you at this moment. So what is that moment where it's all hands on deck before we jump into combat?
I want to just call out to Wanda and say, I know there's been some weird stuff going on with you. If there's anything that just sort of like random weird secret thing that you've got hidden somewhere in your just beautiful and incredible you, now would be a really good time to just like let us know. Just like if there's anything that could be helpful.
Wow. No pressure, huh? You just need a Hail Mary, you know, just walk around asking your ships for a Hail Mary. Is that the plan?
I mean, if they shoot us down, you die too. So it's really a Hail Mary for all of us.
Well, I don't have too much in the way of secrets to offer you, but if you do need a little extra
False.
juice, I guess this tree trunk you've been growing in my engine room, well, maybe we can do something with that.
I have an idea with that. So as I hear this conversation with Lou, that Wanda saying that will sort of give me an idea, and I will ask Lou if you can like check in with the passengers and see if any of them can operate a turret and/or pilot this ship, since there's only 2 of us. And I say I'm gonna. Wait, oh my god, who am I in? I'm in Coddleton. It won't be nearly as upsetting, but I think maybe Coddleton can help us again. And I would, with Wanda's suggestion that maybe the biology stuff can help, I want to spend a Nova point to, where's my character sheet? I unfortunately can't roll this, but I can copy and paste it because it's one of, oh no, it is one of mine. It is one of mine. I would like to use search memories. And I would like to search Coddleton's memory for how the ship heart drive thing works. And what he may know about either how to give us some extra juice in terms of boost, or maybe to reroute some of that power to our turret even better. Or something, anything like that he might know about.
Very cool. This is awesome.
Lou.
Yeah. So you access what it. Is there a sensation where that happens? Do you get more cotyledon, or is this like stuff you've been kind of processing and are now accessing, or what's the process for you doing this?
I think there's always, because I do have the Brain Bond special ability, which is always running. I can use Cotyledon's mental stats and sort of draw on experience and stuff like that. But I think this is more like an immediate like brain download. Yeah. I think I do sort of temporarily lose a little bit of ATASH and really sort of become Coddleton for a moment, just long enough, because it is really specific, right? The description of this says like you have to really be specific about what it is that you're searching the memories for. Yeah. So I think like there's a brief moment where I am Coddleton working on one of these engines or something, working in the engineering bay back on I don't remember the name of their station. And then I sort of snap back to ATASH and no an answer.
Yeah, very cool. So I think as you focus in on this kind of downloading of memory, I think, I'm not sure how it is for you, but there's always this discussion of people like whether you hear your thoughts in your own voice or like, do you hear it or do you just know things? And I think it's very jarring for ATASH. All of a sudden you're hearing thoughts not in your voice. You're hearing them in Cotyledon's thoughts as this is happening, and you are, pulling these memories of what you know about the ship and this design of this engine, and you know that it was grown from a heartwood tree that were these places of power basically for the Jur people, and you know that in times of great stress, the tree kind of banks and conserves life force that can be used in desperate times. You can pull from the reserve of this tree, of this heart, and this is sort of a raw energy thing that you can channel in a bunch of different ways. So you think that you could use the engine of the ship to basically boost any module that is attached to the vessel it is attached to. So what that boost might be, it might manifest as giving extra power to an attack. It might manifest as your med bay being able to, heal 3 points in 1 minute, or, something along those terms. But you do know it is a limited reserve. So each time you have to do it, there's less of a chance of it working. But you can pull
Good
on
chance
the power.
of more than one,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
not sure.
But
exactly
basically,
how many.
we're
Okay.
gonna have to do some rolls to see how
Right,
much
sure.
your heartwood has in the tank.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll take I guess the heartwood is in the engine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, it's technically started to grow all over the ship.
Oh,
but
okay.
the true heart of it can be accessed from basically anywhere on the ship.
Oh, okay. Well, I totally yanked this scene out from under Lou, and I apologize for that. So we can hop back to Lou for a moment while I process that. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. We needed a plan, and you came up with a plan. Because my entire plan was just to like go to the turret and start firing while Wanda gets us
Yes.
to the other bay.
Well, you're like, Wanda, secrets.
Fix that,
Well,
Wanda.
I was hoping that first Wanda would be able to, I didn't like shoot off an EMP or something, just like anything that would give us like a round of movement that like,
You know,
we would
if
be okay.
Wanda had Ghostbuster powers, she wouldn't be in this mess. Oh
True.
boy.
So yeah, I guess we should probably figure out like how we want to do it. So like cause truly like my entire plan is just to like get on that turret. So what do you want to do?
I mean, okay, so we're on the I don't know, for lack of a better term, the left side of the station, right?
Correct.
And did we get word? We got word that our fellows are on the right side of the station in another hangar.
Not yet.
We
This
have not
is sort
yet.
of the
Okay.
moments before you know what's happening.
We
Okay.
haven't gotten word yet, but like you told Lou last time that Vam was going to the other pod.
Yeah.
It's
Or,
probably
like, to the
safe
other
to
bay.
assume
So
they're
we
over
we
there.
just sort of like assumed like, oh, that's where we have to go next. And that's also what our plan was. Like as soon as we
Before.
disengaged from the station,
that's
we were
right,
like,
that's right.
our only true option is to just go to the other bay and redock.
Okay. Yeah, I think in that case, then I think hop to that turret because we've got to get rid of these other ships around us, either as or before we move over, because obviously they're gonna do everything they can to stop us. So yeah, I think head to the turret. I don't know, are any of the captives that we have on board like at all capable to at least like gently steer the ship in the direction of the bay? No, it's fine. I'm just
I
curious
think
what we've got
Wanda
on
can
board.
just do that, can't she?
Wanda can steer. Wanda can.
Oh, great.
I'll say while you have ships around you, you know, you're basically going to keep this formation, and Wanda can drift you over to the right, but she can't dodge out of the way of attacks
Sure,
and
sure,
things
sure.
like that. And I will say, as
Okay.
you look at these prisoners, these newly freed prisoners, they are exhausted, they are confused, they are broken people at this point, and they are not going to be much help to you at all.
If we do need
Okay.
help, though, we do have the other Ronan on the ship.
Mm-hmm. You have not seen
right.
Kazda yet. Kazda when last you left was told to hide in the
Hide,
bowels
right.
of the
Right.
ship.
Okay, then I think we should get the hostages into, I want to say sector 5, the sector at the back of the ship, because if they're not going to be helpful, then they should, I think, be in a sector where if we get a hull breach, it'll seal itself automatically.
Yeah.
I don't want them going out into
Oh
space.
my
Do you know what I
God,
mean?
getting sucked into space.
Not great.
Yeah, good call.
Okay. All right. I can put them all.
Yeah, I
They
think
all
so.
run to. They all
I think that
happily
feels like the
run to
safest
hide.
thing.
Yeah, in the back of the ship.
And then I think I'll hang to the controls if Lou wants to head to the turret. And you know, we'll sort of shout for Kazda. I don't know.
Kazda.
And I think we sort of, you know, blow up these ships and head for the hangar.
All right. Yeah. Sounds like a plan to me.
Should we do...
mhm.
I was going to say, should I go first to try to like shoot them down, and any that we don't shoot down, you can try to dodge while you navigate us to the hangar?
Yeah, I guess the only question is, do we know anything about these ships? Like, I guess the question is like, do we need to supercharge the turret?
Oh, we're
for
gonna.
you?
I mean, we're going to try to, for sure.
Okay.
Like, as soon as I heard that was an option, I was like, yes, supercharged.
Yes,
True
please,
supercharged
some of
turret.
that.
It's-
Okay,
yeah.
and is that something that Atash needs to do, or now that we know it's possible, can I just explain it to Wanda and she can do it for us?
You will be able to get Wanda to do it from wherever you
Okay.
are, but I will say it will
Okay.
take an action to do so, to see
Okay,
if you
so
pull
then
it
if-
off.
And is that something that since Wanda can do it, is that something that either Lou or I could use the action for?
Yes.
Okay, so then it's up to you. I wanted to be sure that it didn't have to be me, because in that case I would have needed to go first.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, if you can do it, then if you want to see what havoc we can wreak with the turret, and then I'll back clean up and run away. No, and dodge and all that.
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
Okay. So Lou will go to the turret.
Oh,
Oh,
we're in combat?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess
Okay,
we need to declare.
So we
So-
are, y'all
Yeah.
declare right now what your initiative is, and then we'll officially get started.
Right. Where is my... Oh. Don't I have a... Didn't I get a thing that lets me give us advantages when... Oh, but it's when an ally uses Nova. Never mind.
Cool. So on this side, I have 2 collapse points, and I will say probably right as you all are like manning stations, all of a sudden bugs begin to pour out of like the console and like the chairs as Casta crawls up from underneath the edges of the ship, and you hear, "Vam is in trouble! Vam is in trouble! On board! We have to get to the hangar bay immediately!" As Cass just explodes in this like rain of bugs coming up. They didn't manage to find me when they did a cursory glance of the ship, but they did confiscate some contraband items. But other than that, the ship seems to be intact.
Contraband items.
You all can imagine whatever you had in your own rooms. It is gone now.
Aw.
Oh.
Did they take my... Oh my god, voice. Did they take my nutrient bath? Oh god.
Nope, they left that. Nope. Your little like
No,
foot bath
weird.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, they left that.
Weird.
Yeah. Vam is currently defending themselves in this hangar bay. There are many cultists there. There are members of the Vamily, but it doesn't sound like a good time, and we need to get over there immediately.
We're trying our best, Kazda.
Working on it.
Well, what do you need me to do so we can accomplish this goal in a more regular and expedited fashion?
We only have the
Kazda
one
can fire
turret.
and
so-
pilot.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
Kazda's our backup pilot for when I biff a roll. Yeah, so she can either what are her
They.
pronouns? What are their
Yeah.
they? So
They.
they can either sit next to me in the pilot seat, or if they want to go back to the engine in the back and work directly there. Actually, maybe that's best. Maybe they should go back and work with the engine so they can also keep an eye on the hostages.
Aye. I can entertain the sapiens.
And then also, I
mean,
think from the
okay.
engine they can dodge more if
Yeah, so
if one of your dodge rolls doesn't go through.
from the engines, you can move the ship and you can rotate the ship. You
Okay.
can't take defensive maneuvers, but you can do
Gotcha.
those two
Okay.
things.
Cool.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah,
So with that, did I hear Lou going first?
I think so, yeah.
So do the enemies still declare actions before we go in ship
Oh,
combat?
yes. Yep. I just skipped it in my mind because they're all gonna fire.
Perfect. That's
They're
what I
all
figured.
they're all gonna hit you.
Cool.
They all crept up real close, so they're already right in your face. They were like ready to pounce on your
good.
ship the minute you took off. So all of them are just going to pepper Wanda with fire. So that's phase one,
Honestly, great.
and then phase two. So we have Lou,
Alright.
Atash, and then Kazda.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Lou, let's start it
So-
off.
Yeah, Lou, first thing Lou's gonna do is try to activate whatever needs activating to supercharge the turret.
Okay. What kind of skill would you like to use to maybe it's more like because Wanda doesn't really know how to do this either. So it's sort of new for everybody. So what kind of skill are you using to kind of start this bizarre process that none of you are used to?
I think it would be empathy to try to, with Wanda, just sort of figure out the pieces of this weird, interesting new treat engine, and we talk each other through activating it and directing the power to the turret.
Yeah, very cool. All right, so first action,
Yeah.
so complexity 2 on this to see if all right,
Right.
yeah. So you are brain blasting with Wanda as you're you reach out. What do you say to Wanda? What's your
So, you're perfect in every possible way, and I know that you can do this no problem.
Okay.
I know that this is a new thing for both of us, but Wanda, if any ship can do this, it is you. You are powerful and beautiful, and I've never met a ship like you before. That's why you are so incredible. You are unstoppable, and we are going to make this happen.
You hear a come from over the speakers, and she's like, well, let's give it a go. Why not? And with that, as you see the turret in front of you, you're kind of waiting for something to happen. And I think you begin to hear the sound of crackling that comes sort of from the base of this turret. And as you look down at it, you actually see that some of the tiles, the metal that have kind of been fused around the bottom of this thing, it starts to splay and kind of bend as you see these thick, almost reddish roots start to poke up out of the ground and kind of weave themselves around the base of the turret, sort of making it turn into this sort of spiral support system. And she's like, oh, something's happening. I don't. Wow.
It sure is.
Yeah, she's just making surprised sounds while this is happening.
Cool. Then I think I want to use. I guess just power for the first shot.
Sure.
And I want to go for the one directly in front of us so that we can just try to shoot forward.
Yeah, definitely. So the interceptor up here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and as you fire the shot, so power, that's going to be complexity 2.
Oh, maybe I was wrong about wanting to use power because that is only a 6.
Probably complexity 2.
There's some advantages in play.
That's true.
Do those advantages count for us?
Unfortunately not.
Oh, no, they
Those
don't.
wouldn't
They're
be-
only
Yeah.
4, yeah.
I'll put them away.
So is that what the supercharge did? I'm sorry, I had a moment. It reduced the complexity of the shot.
No, this is still
Oh.
complexity 3.
Oh,
So
complexity 3.
We're
okay.
not sure yet what the power has done to this. If we hit with this, we might see.
Oh my gosh.
You did it. And I think, power especially comes into play because as you go ahead and turn this turret over, you're familiar with firing on a turret. You know the kick and everything, but you were not prepared for the massive amount of power as this laser shot comes out of this cannon that is this jade green color. You have never seen it like this. And you have to wrestle yourself to keep hold of the turret as it fires on this ship here. And you see just a flash of green as the ship is completely incinerated by that blast. So that was your super bio charge power in action, which did an extra point of damage on top of your normal turret, just exploding this ship into space.
Wow. I really want to do that again, but if I power it up and fire again, that's going to get me to complexity 5, and that
Is a lot.
yeah. So I think I'll just try to fire normally on this starboard ship.
Sure. Yeah, all right, so go ahead, and that's going to be complexity 4 to try and fire up on that other.
And I think that I want to use presence for this
Okay.
because Lou just saw this other ship get incinerated,
Mhm.
and they are pumped.
Yes!
Oh my god!
It's a pretty good feeling to one-shot KO a ship in space. Yeah, I'm into it.
On Wanda, no
On
less, with
Wanda.
her retrofitted turret.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
the one you got
Lou-
in a garage from our friend Mondu.
Oh,
Kind of
yeah,
sobbed
like,
me.
Lou is like barely managing to keep it together because
Also, this is your
stoked.
ship, Lou. This is your ship that just got an awesome tree blast power. So let's do it.
Oh yeah, Lou is feeling this.
Love it.
Ooh,
Whoa,
Lou is
you're really
feeling it.
you're feeling this so hard. So yeah, what does it look like when you explode this ship? These ships are glass cannons. They have a lot of guns, but only 1 hit point. So,
Oh,
what does this shot and explosion
Oh,
look
heck
like?
yeah.
This is like Lou sort of just like whips the cannon around, like maybe harder than they probably should have because they were like so pumped to
Yeah,
do this, and almost sort of like points along with the blast like they're leading a horse into battle.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so good. Yes. And you see that the green light has unfortunately faded from your shot as you fire off, but it is still enough as you see that standard kind of red laser fire just consume this ship that was definitely made to shoot, and you aim right up for that engine and it is gone in an explosion of fire.
Amazing.
Well,
The
You-
last thing I want.
wow.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go for it. I'm just wowing.
Does Kazita count as an ally? They
Kaz-
do, right?
Yes.
So I think what I want to do is once again use one of Ola's Nova abilities as my Nova ability.
Cool.
And use this like absolutely just like incredible energy that Lou has now because they're so pumped.
Yeah.
That like everything is working, like things are so cool. The tree is like making the ship somehow even better, and Lou didn't even think that was possible because Wanda's already the best.
Oh.
And it's just like so pumped, and generates an advantage for both Lou and Atash. So like generates 2 points of advantage because they're 2 allies.
Ooh.
And since I can see Lou doing that, I will generate another point of advantage because I
Heck
watched an
yeah.
ally
Oh
use
my
a Nova
gosh,
ability.
the advantage
Nice.
chain. Let's see.
I love it.
Advantage.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, I really want to like shoot again because I could take all these ships out, but that's really pushing it. That's pushing it too much for me, I think.
So you
Well,
all
we'll
are
see. I don't wanna say
capital
anything.
advantage.
Oh.
You know, it's
Capital.
Good. Capital.
And we have three, right?
advantage points. so
Oh
I
my
could
gosh,
try
you
again.
all. Ugh, these combos.
Something
my
tells me after these
God.
rolls we're gonna need them. So.
Oh,
My
truly.
God.
Truly.
Okay. So is that is Lou's? It's the end of Lou's turn.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I really want to try to get that last ship.
Go for it. We have all these advantages.
Yeah, I
Do
mean,
it.
I don't know.
I know. I worry about using up all of our advantages right after generating them. Okay, I'm gonna go for it.
All right. All
You're
right.
so epic right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
look. Here's the
Here's
thing.
Here's the thing.
Even if you don't, all I have to do is get rid of that ship, and then they can't take advantage of us anyway, right?
True.
Yeah. I'm just enabling you. Do it.
Do it, everybody, do it. Nobody else should get a turn. Do it. You could end this combat.
Oh, that's very true. I guess. Oh gosh. I don't have any great skills for this. Would melee make sense to fire a weapon like this if they're like pounding? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see a case for melee, unfortunately.
In that case, I guess. So would it work for after Lou gets this shot off and explodes 2 ships in a row and kind of pauses and is just like, so it's just like, this is, my mind is blown.
Yeah.
And they sort of like wait a beat, so it seems like they're not going to fire again, but then they do, and he's deceived to do it.
You know what? I'm into that because I don't think this fighter would anticipate that at all. So maybe they move, they're like, oh, I don't have to take a defense. I have my opening now. And then you're like, bam! It's the, shooting from the hip, like as they're walking away. I'm into it. Let's do it. So complexity 5.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
I ask of you.
Nothing.
Ooh,
okay.
Double fail.
So double fails. So
Yikes.
I mean, you have 3 advantages. So
But I'd have to use 2 to re-roll this, right?
And if you rolled another 9, 8, or 7, oh, that's hard.
Do it.
Well, I mean, if my team is telling me to do it, I guess I'll do it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we can ignore Celeste's encouragement, but the Fam's encouraging you.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Okay, so you burn 2 advantages and you get unique. What the heck?
I need to know like what almost happened, right? That was really dire, but you like pull out an amazing success from it.
Yeah,
at the
what
last
is it?
second.
What was the almost horrible double failure miss?
I think what happened is like Lou tried to use that deceive as like, oh, I'm not gonna fire, like get a little bit closer, and they turned the turret to try to like get it to the other direction and turned it like not quite right and like got off a shot that was dangerously close to Wanda, so they came dangerously close to like damaging their own hull. And I was like, okay, bring it back down, don't be so pumped, just chill for a second,
Just
focus, and then got that. Was very sort of like tense in that second shot of like, oh gosh, don't do that again, don't mess this up.
Yes, but your aim is true as you line that shot up and you explode this ship, and all of a sudden you end this, Lou, single-handedly. You end this combat. You can see that these 3 ships around you were the ones who were clearly waiting for you, but out there, as you look at the view screen, there are more of these interceptors. There are more of these fighter ships that are all emblazoned with this sun kind of further out on the ship. And you see them as they turn their attention towards you. And then the space begins to light up with laser blasts, red, green, blue, as you see all of these other ships moving in from the periphery that are kind of sneak attacking these cultist ships, as you see a strange amalgamation of ships that look ancient, ships that look like they have terrible paint jobs, ships from different sapiens across the galaxy, as you see just this small fleet of misfit ships taking down the rest of these cultist ships, leaving you free to move towards that cargo hold. I love how you all are muted, so I'm just like, it's like quiet. It's so weird, quiet celebration.
Well, we're just
all
yelling into our
celebrating.
mics.
So you see,
bam, bam.
this rogue fleet coming in from behind, shooting down the rest of these cultist ships that were hot on your tail. So in this moment here, before we jump over to our cargo bay team, is there anything you want to tell Kazda to communicate? Because they have this 2-way communication open. Anything you want to say before you start heading towards this cargo bay?
I'm definitely asking Kazda to relay that the Fam is here. And we're on our way.
Yeah, we're coming. Oh my god, cute cat sighting.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I
Y'all
needed
get
to hug her. I
advantage,
feel
right?
so happy.
Being this beautiful ally.
This
Join the
beautiful, that's Beatrice you're holding. She's black and white. She just looks like, oh, very cute. So that was awesome. So let's jump back to a situation.
I'm so sorry. Before we jump back, can Atesh also ask Kazda, if they can ask Fam if they know where the other hostages are, because as fun as this all was,
Oh,
in
we know where they
theory-
are.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we saw them last time. They were taken to the room that we weren't able to
Yes.
get into because the cultists were right outside.
Mm-hmm. Though it is fair to assume it has been a little bit of time since then. So you're not sure if they're still there, but you did have a last seen location.
Yeah, and I guess it wouldn't make an entirely ton of, that's not a phrase, a lot of sense if they had moved them into the hangar. I'm just real worried. But I don't think there's anything that Vam and Kazda can communicate that's going to help that situation. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I mean, real quick, Vam, you don't know. You haven't seen any hostages, actually, in the course of this journey, so you can get a very quick, no, they don't know. And I will say, just before we switch over into our cargo hold, as you are turning Wanda kind of towards this other port to, go help your friends, you, in the view screen, you see, the burn has been there the entire time, behind the ship. Surprisingly close, you see that red and that scarlet, just yellow flares constantly coming off of this thing. And as you turn your ship, heading back towards the station, you see these massive bubbles kind of boiling over of the burn. And as this wall of plasma and flame starts to undulate as you're looking at it, and you think that the burn is starting to expand, and you swear it's closer to the station than it was before. And in that terrifying moment, you are reminded that the burn moves and shifts unpredictably, and any moment this could spike and consume where you are so easily.
Great.
You take this in as you head towards the cargo bay to help your friends. Jumping nap time! Whoa! Bookmark change! Wah!
Out of the frying pan into the fire of the burn. This is bad news.
Burn,
everyone.
baby, burn. Here we are. So, jumping back in, just a quick reminder of what we're dealing with right now. Your friend Ola is down. They incinerated you and then kind of left your body there to deal with the rest. So you are just a pile on the ground, a smoking pile on the ground at this moment. And you can see Vam from your vantage point, no, that all of these, the remaining yellow-robed cultists at this point are just trying to make their way into these VIP shuttles. You're not even sure if they're intent on attacking you anymore, but they look like they suddenly want to get out of here.
Are they in tune with the burn? They know it's coming for them?
I mean, they worship a god of the burn. Who knows? They also,
okay.
you do see they all have personal communication badges, so perhaps they got some kind of orders or something. You all are sitting inside of ships, except for Beatrice, who's trying to climb out of a burning pile of rubble at this moment.
Okay, she's still doing that?
Oh yeah, and she's in trouble. She's in a lot of trouble. So I'm gonna say she's definitely on fire, for one. Let's go ahead and put I think there's a little fire token. Yep. She is certainly in distress in this moment. And yeah, so I'm going to say all of my yellow recruits are going to move into the ships, and that is what they are doing with their turn. And this blue leader is still intent on attacking you all. So that's phase one, my declarations. So we move to you. So Naseem, since Vam and Bart are really the only ones who can kind of take actions right now. What's your plan? Do you want him to go first? You to go first? And you also do get that message back from Kazda that they're coming, but they're still in space heading towards you. So you've got at least one turn here where you have to hold it down.
Okay. I will also relay that there are 4, I guess. There's one of those yellow cultists going into each of those ships, huh? Yeah, I'll say that there will be 4 cultists coming out in golden ships momentarily. I assume they are attempting to flee. I do not know what they are running from. Perhaps we have finally struck fear into their feeble hearts, but they are on the run. Expect them to exit the hangar. And then I will also instruct Bart to go to his sister and help her.
That's good, because he was definitely going to fight you if you didn't want him to do that. So okay.
No. We save all our family. And then I gotta try to shoot Blue Man.
Blue Man.
Yeah.
They're freaky. Take down the Blue Man.
Take him down.
All right. So let's start it off with you then, Vam. And you do have 2 advantages, just as a reminder. All right. Let's go. What are you using to shoot at this cultist here?
We're just gonna go with power.
Okay.
It's a battle of power right now.
Yeah, it's a power struggle for sure.
Yeah.
All right, complexity 2 then, as you are firing these weapons off. Yes. All right, so you get a shot off on this thing, and as you hit this person with a ray of a ship that can destroy ships, it smithereens. Smithereens further enhanced by this roar of blue flame that comes from when they do disperse, and this ultra hot heat of one of these more trained cultists as you turn them into a mere scorch upon the floor of this station.
Oh, heck yeah.
Anything else you would like to do on your turn, my friend?
Well,
you also would see Ola's kind of charred body on the floor down here.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Somebody made the smudge. Sorry, everyone. Let's just look at this art.
So beautiful.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Your artists
we make
here.
art to
Good.
feel.
I want to go to Ola's aid, but I need to try to salvage one of these little ships so that we also have an escape route. So maybe I'll try to stop the last one. Let's see, what is my distance to this guy?
Yeah, I think you would probably just maybe this one. What's your distance? Yeah.
Yeah. 30.
Oh, you could hit this one down here. This cultist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's in range.
Then let's hit one more.
All right. What would you like to use to hit? This is going to be complexity 3 as you fire off another shot.
We'll use. Oh wait, let me make sure I click that, because what did I hit? I hit that. Yeah. We'll use ranged.
Ranged for
because he's a little bit farther. We're narrowing our vision a little bit more, really taking close aim, and we'll range.
Okay. Let's do it. Complexity 3.
Oh no! Advantage.
All
We're
right.
gonna use our advantage.
Okay. Reroll one of those d4s. So roll 1 d4.
Oh.
1. There you go. You make it. What does the narrow miss look like? And then the hit as you incinerate this cultist.
Oh, narrow miss. I'd say it blows up the door that I struggled so badly to open.
Yeah.
It's just now
really
it's wide open.
Yeah, really destroys it. Good. So you burn up this cultist here. Oh, yeah. Darcy in chat brought up a good point. Thank you, Darcy. We are only $50 away from another giveaway. So if anybody, code 2040, it's an amazing cause. We want to get to 1,500. Please, this episode or next to conclude our campaign. So if you have anything to contribute to get us to that point, we would super duper appreciate it. Only 50 away from a giveaway. In this very tense moment. Okay, now back to drama. Okay, so you incinerate this acolyte here.
Yeah.
Anything else? You still have 2 advantages. Oh, wait. You spent 1, so you have 1. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm no. I need to move closer. I need to make my way over to Ola. So basically I'm just gonna exit this ship and move 25 feet.
Sure, and that's your free move, so you
Yeah.
are good to do that. So you know swarm out of this interceptor and make your way along the floor here. Cool. That it for you?
Ooh. Oh, how far are we now? We're really far.
There's this one right here who's not. Oh no, he's in the ship. They're in the ship.
Yeah. So there's only 2 left. Well, I'd be pushing my luck many times before I could reach Ola, and then push it again to try and give you medicine.
It's episode 9. You want to push?
You already have 2 collapse points, though. I don't like that.
Legit.
Just saying.
Yeah, we'll hold off. I'll just be like in defense mode should any of them try to be attacking my acolytes, Bart and Beatrice, since I'm kind of in front of them right now.
Sure. Okay. Which is a good thing. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, I am going to. You have 1 hit point left. Ooh, okay. I'm going
use
to
medicine on myself.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to attack them or use those for extra attacks. I'm going to use my collapse points to give them extra movement so they can successfully steal these ships.
Sure, go on, get out of here. Get.
That's their orders. That's their orders. Cool. So that's happening. And then you see, Bart leaps out of this ship in only a way a cat could, and like kind of flings himself down here towards the ruined mess, and with not a care for himself in the world, gets into the middle of this just twisted metal death trap, and you see him pull Beatrice out of this wreckage here, and patting her down. Like, he takes off his like cool teen leather jacket that has lots of patches and stuff, and like just pats down her body, and gets her out of there and not on fire anymore. So they are doing that on their turn here. Which brings us to my extra movement. So here we go. We're going to go ahead, and these cultists here are going to get into their shuttles and use their turns to take off. So you see all of these shuttles now. They come to life, and oh my god, Eugenio, what is happening?
We're being ill-behaved. Don't worry. Carry on.
Oh my god. Oh, I just saw the chat. What is going on? Y'all. So they are going to take all of these ships, and they are going to blast off into space. La 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 la. For their turn.
I feel like blast off has been turned against us this episode. I'd like to register it as a complaint.
A complaint
Dang.
with the board. Was once so joyful and is now just. It's okay. You all have your little stain on the earth to look at when you feel bad. Yes. So that brings us to the end of this turn, which it's Ep9. What is going on? All right. So I think at this moment, you do. Jumping over to the other ship, you hear Kazda's message. True to Vam's word, you see 3 of these ships, these yellow ships, take off from this hangar bay here. They don't try to engage you in any way. You see they make defensive maneuvers, and they just head off into space, getting out of there.
I guess we dock.
Sure. Okay, let me go ahead and I'll grab you all. Cool. Is there anyone else you are bringing with you? I think luckily, because the ships kind of took down that force field to get in here, you don't have to deal with the force field. It is already down, so you can easily pull up Wanda here, and there you go.
Oof.
I guess everyone who's on the ship should probably just stay there for now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we are out of combat now. So Vam, you see
Okay.
your companions appear behind you. The twins, they are both conscious. They look okay. Beatrice does look singed, but so does your friend Ola, who is just unconscious. I think you all can see all of that happening right now.
Oh, maybe what we do is get Kazda to grab Ola and put Ola in the med bay so that we can go look for the hostages, the rest of the hostages.
Sure. And I will remind you, if you do want to use
I was
your...
just gonna say, can we try and supercharge the healing base so we can get Ola back
Ooh.
faster?
Yes.
Because
Oh, yes, you can.
one way or another, we gonna need her. Need him.
Sure, there are no side effects of that.
We don't do that well without Ola.
No, clearly.
Truly.
We
The very
need our
system in
kithbook.
which we play turns against us when Ola is not here.
Well, Ola keeps running face first into danger, getting
Well.
punked out.
Well,
So
somebody has to do it.
And he takes so many enemies with him, so it's fine.
there are perks.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah,
sure.
I guess
Mhm.
we supercharge the med bay and,
Yeah.
and
Actually, if
Toss
y'all
Ola in there.
want to take just a moment to strategize, I just have to refill my water real quick.
By all means.
Gosh,
Y'all, are we
uh,
doing this?
Is
What's
it
the
time
plan?
to share with the audience a little plan that Utash is cooking up?
I think that plan is not where we're gonna go.
Now that we're all here, I don't think we need anything quite so drastic. But oh boy. Yes. So all right. So what is the plan? So we have this one. That is the wrong button. But we have one transport ship left. It looks like. Yeah.
Mhm. And between that and Wanda, we're gonna have to use those to get all the hostages. I'm hoping that with all of the cultists fleeing because of the burn, many of them will no longer be on the station, so we
Right.
can basically just like try to run through and like Ola, because Ola's the useful one, can try to take down any cultists that are remaining, and we can just like slam through this place, find the hostages as soon as we can. Just like shove them onto ships and get the heck out of here before the burn kills us all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a med pack, so if someone just wants to like slap one of those on me, I don't know that it's worth, even with the supercharge, I feel like our time is running out with the burn. So
Yeah, I
I'd be
guess it
happy
depends
to
on
sort
how
of-
supercharged, because the med pack does only give you one. It
I
just
know.
gives you one health level. So we'll just have to
Oh.
see how supercharged Wanda thinks it can get.
Mhm.
The only other thing is, as we run through, the one person that we have not seen run yet that we definitely need to keep an eye out for is Oppo.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, you're so right.
I'm real
I-
worried about Oppo.
That
call.
is a good point. I am super worried about Oppo. I would hope that would he not abandon ship with the rest, do you think?
But the thing is, she is a cultist of the burn god, so I feel like she might, or she might be like, "Take me home, Mother Burn."
Oof.
So I don't know.
Yeah, good point.
So,
Well, I mean, either way, we have to be fast. So we pretty much just have
Oh,
to
yeah.
run through and try to find the hostages and
Oh,
hope
yeah.
that we don't run into Oppo. But if we do, just try to make it a fast fight.
all right. So with that, are we sticking Ola in the med bay?
So that was the question. How quickly does Wanda feel like she could get is it a minute as opposed to an hour? Is it like seconds? Because we don't want to be without Ola for too long.
And we also
Yeah.
can't sit around with the burn now growing.
Right.
True.
Because the other option is to use her med pack.
Mhm.
His med pack, sorry.
So, honestly, Wanda doesn't know what's going to happen. And she's like,
Okay.
well, I don't feel like we have a lot of options, so I can give it a try, I suppose, and do my best.
Yeah, I mean, if we run into Oppo, I just feel like he's going to need more than one or even two if I gave him a shield charge pack thing. If that intermediary cultist was tossing out fireballs that did 2 damage, like, Oppo's going to
Yes, but at least we'll be together, whereas we've
Now
been
that's
separated
That's the thing.
this whole
I-
time.
It's
That's
also
true.
between Ola has a med pack, I have a quick bandage, which is 1 health, and then if you have a shield pack.
Oh, and I'll shove a
between-
yeah.
So like I feel like that's fine. We'll do all of those
Okay.
things sort of like on the way.
Great.
Just
I like
like
that.
quickly
Patching me
patch
up.
Ola up.
Like-
Like, all right, we gotta go. We gotta go, Ola.
I love it.
So
Let
we're
me
Yeah.
at 'em.
so we're skipping
Say proudly.
Wanda. Wanda's
Skipping Wanda, we're
Okay.
gonna save the supercharge for us getting the heck out of here once everyone's aboard.
Yeah.
fair enough. So you're doing triage with Ola. You're sticking band-aids, coating Ola in like aloe vera, for the burns.
Ah,
You're d-
That's tender.
Yes.
oh. So what does Ola come back at with between all of this triage? What are we getting him back
sounds
up to?
like 2 health levels and 1 shield charge.
Yep, that sounds great.
All right. So this reunion is happening right now, and I think this whole time, you're fixing up Ola. These 2 kind of Eno are sort of standing, sort of shyly on the edges, not really sure what to do.
Fam.
What?
The fam of Vam. Can you prep that ship for hostages?
Oh, yeah. And they look at the shuttle. They're like, yeah, for sure. And this is sort of the orange tabby-faced one who's doing most of the talking. The one who has not been horribly burned. He's like, yeah, well, we can certainly do that. Maybe Beatrice, you can take care of that. And she's like, yeah, I'll do. You go fight. I've got this. And he, looks worried between her and you all, and he's like, if you need another, hand, I would really like to get just a little bit of revenge out. So,
That's the right kind of motivation, young sir.
revenge. This is the dark side of the family. No.
Absolutely. No, it's well, it's not the burn side, so I guess it is just come on.
All right, and I believe, Naseem, I've set it up so you can actually control Bart's
Oh, nice.
token. So if you want to go ahead and grab that and move that along with Vam, I'll let you control what they do and where he goes.
All right, I'll just say that he's basically by my side most
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah, I think he's
Um,
definitely tailing you. You're the leadership. You're the father figure that he needs right now to keep it together.
Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are we aware of where other hostages might be located?
So I think in weird timing, because this is a fantasy tale. As you all kind of suit up and you're ready to go, over the loudspeakers, you hear a voice that starts speaking to you. It goes to the whole entirety of the ship. You hear a familiar voice. Well, you have done well. You are here. You have interrupted my plan, the plans of everyone on board this vessel. But I think the joke is on you, adventurers, for in mere moments, Gulmak shall send his wrath upon this place, and I will take my proper place at his side. Now, you could flee, or you could face me, since I do have quite a few people that I believe you're looking for. And there's sort of a moving the mic sound, and you hear cries of pain and terror coming from behind her in the background. Sounds of the hostages. If you want them, you have to come and face me. I'm in the room where you first arrived. Come claim them, or Gulmak will. And she clicks off the speakers.
Okay, but when you say oh, she's gone.
It's not a walkie. No.
I I have to say, I really appreciate the drama.
I do. Look,
She lives for the drama.
she's
Hell.
got a thing and she's really leaning into it. I appreciate that.
That's who she is.
All right, well,
Vam
let's go.
isn't here for it, and we are charging down through this hallway.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
How dare you?
People's lives are not a drama. Yeah. So you begin to run, and you certainly know the spot she is talking about. And let me go ahead and... Oh, wait. I got to select all these. Oh, hang on. 1 second. Okay. There we go. Oh, wait. I got to send them... Wrong layer. Hang on. Layer problem.
Did you put them on the map? Because I do that all the time.
I did. Oh my gosh! And then I just
Yep.
grabbed them all, and I was like, "Oh no, we're going to
Oh,
the
no.
ride."
And now we get the
Okay.
little the numbers
Oh,
too. That's great.
fun. Yay! Yep. Oh, good. Yep. I moved all of the numbers. Drama and then goofs. Okay, balancing it out, keeping it fresh. It's all good. Okay. 1. Cool. So, and you find the door to this room is unlocked as you approach it. Oppo is not into playing any more games. So, do you all step through the door? All right.
Yes.
Get in there, move those tokens. So, as you step into the space, you see this scene in front of you. All of the hostages from before have been rounded up and are now sort of standing around this large pit in the center. You see that they have all been roped in together, kind of tied in this big mass. And you see Oppo in these red and golden robes in the center here, flanked by 4 of those disciples in blue. And she turns her masked face towards you all, and you can detect the note of delight that you are now here as she says, "Well, it's a fair fight now. I've sent the rest of my cultists away, so here we are. Me, empowered by a god, and you who dare to come here and dare to overthrow the plan of kings. So, let's have it out, shall we?" And her hands light into flame, a bigger, more intense golden flame, like none you have seen before, as she steps forward to do battle with you all. And that's where we're going to end the session for today. We got, 14 minutes on the clock, so we are ending it here. And oh wow, the burn is coming. You have mere minutes until it consumes the ship, you all and these innocent people tied in this space, and you are face to face with a hand of Gulmak, one of the top leaders of the Burning Daylight cult. So, thank you all so much for being here for this moment. I think it's gonna be a good time next week, which is our final episode as we deal with both Oppo and the encroaching burn. So, yeah, how we all doing? I got some faces around here. Yeah,
Pacing. It's so much.
Yeah. So before we do our outros, I just want to go around real quick. Does anybody feel like they achieved a story path moment for today?
I think Atash did. The way that we've been going, we took care of Atash learning more about the Jour physiology when we did the thingy, and then last week they learned more about their social interactions when they use the cotyledon's pheromones. And then this time we learned about their technology and the way that works by diving into cotyledon's memories.
Ooh,
So I think that was my third experience.
Very cool.
Step.
What do you get from that?
So again, it's to pick a die from anywhere, and this time I will take it. I'll do a mental die, and I think it's engineering, right? I think it's got to be engineering.
Yeah. That makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
So we'll do that. My engineering is now a whole D6.
Ooh, hey, doors, no longer. You have learned, you have grown as
right.
an adventurer.
That's right. What did I just say? Engineering. Okay, yeah, there it is.
Mm-hmm. All right, very good. Anything else from across the board today? Yeah. So as a quick reminder, Lou, we have your final step with your beast, which is basically they put themselves in danger and you have to save them. Is that the?
It's called Soothe the Savage Beast, which I think is just that the raindrop sort of like freaks out a little bit in some way, because I don't think it has to be violent.
Yeah.
I think it's just that like they maybe get really scared or something like that, and then I soothe them.
Okay. Cool. And then and Eugenio, you're at your final step then with that, right?
I am, and I don't like it because I'm very nervous about this final step because of the ways that we have adjusted this story path. The final step in my story path is departure.
Oh.
So
interesting.
That's all. It's interesting. We'll definitely have to get creative with it because there are a few things about it. You know, the completion sort of says, are they happy to see you go or sad? And like, there's a few things that will adjust, but mostly I'm just worried about what that departure is gonna look like.
That means. I'm worried too. Cool. And then Darcy, for you, we are at Ola's final step, which is solving the mystery. Correct.
The answer, and I was just looking at the rewards, and of course, there's always rewards if it sort of ends positively or negatively for you. But the one if you solve the mystery is so juicy. I want it so bad.
What is it? What is it?
If you solve the mystery, you gain the Master Investigator special ability. Extremely cool.
So you can just be a PI, Olaxis PI.
Exactly, which I would love. Once per day when you're faced with a puzzle, you can ask the GM like a cool question and get like a clue out of it. It's extremely cool. So hopefully we can discover some stuff about Wanda, but maybe we'll be left hungry for more. We'll have to see.
Who knows? And then Vam, did we achieve your final moment yet, or are we still...
No, because Vam's is a leadership evaluation, which feels like a very end of story kind of moment anyway. So, yeah, exactly.
Cool, but we've all made it to our final step at this point and a final episode. So that lines up nicely. Not to toot my own horn. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here. It has been an absolute delight to run this game, to explore this new system with this amazing crew. And I'm sad but excited to be wrapping this up, next week, because I think it's going to be a really good time. So thank you, everybody, again, who donated to Code 2040. We are only $20 away from that 1,300 mark, and I super duper hope that we will hit the 1,500 during that next episode. So please tell your friends with good jobs and lots of money to come check out this stream next week. But also thank you, everybody who's been out there on social media spreading the word. It is definitely the best way to get people to learn about this awesome brand new game and to get people in here. And don't forget, all of our videos are uploaded to YouTube. So even if you can't watch live, you can absolutely direct them to this. This video will be posting tomorrow, usually in the afternoon. So you all are great, but let's go around one more time for all of our cast members and tell the folks where they can find you when you're not here in space.
Hey everybody, so I'm Darcy Ross. You can find me on the social medias at Darcy L. Ross. I'm mostly on Twitter, tweeting about gross things like snails and slugs. So naturally, I was living for Atash's gross descriptions this week and last week. You can find me also at, I'm behind the social media accounts of Monte Cook Games. And so we make games like Numenera, the Cypher System, and lots of other cool stuff. So actually, I can announce a thing real quick. Next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, I will be on a cool stream about running fairy tale RPGs. I'm going to be moderating a discussion with Shauna Germain, who wrote this soon-to-release book called We Are All Mad Here. Really cool whole source book on fairy tales and folk tales and incorporating them into RPGs, as well as Tammy Ryan, who's been running a campaign of it. So I'll be streaming Wednesday and Thursday next week. I'm so excited.
Very
Thank you.
cool.
Very cool. Hi, everybody. I'm Eugenio. You might know me as DM Jazzy Hands. You can follow me on Twitter at DM Jazzy Hands. I'm the dungeon master and producer of a D&D actual play podcast called The Last Refuge. You can follow us on Twitter at DND Last Refuge. We just today started the process of getting entries for our 3rd anniversary giveaway. We have 4 awesome prize packs to give away with stuff from, we actually have a copy of Burn Bryte in one of our prize packs. And we also have stuff from WizKids, from Wormwood Gaming, from Imperial Forge, all kinds of super cool stuff. A handmade dice bag that one of our players knitted for this prize. So check out our socials to find out all about that. You can catch me streaming Dragon Age games on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. Friday nights, I don't know, I stream, I don't know what I do. And then just announced today on the, I think the 16th, I don't know, the 2nd day of the D&D celebration, I'm going to be a panel about being a real life bard, because that's my other life, as a musical theater actor and music director. And so me and the Opera Geek and Critical Bard and Lauren Urban and Christina Ariel are all going to talk about being bards in real life on that panel. So you should check us out there. Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot that J comes after E.
It's okay. I was gonna say math is hard, and I'm like, that's not even. It's all hard. But we're doing it. We're making it.
We're doing our absolute best. I'm Jessica Ross. You can find me on Twitter at WriteJessR. You can find all the stuff that I do on my website, writejess.com. And the D&D actual play podcast I do, D20 Games. We have new episodes every other Tuesday, and we are quickly approaching our season 3 finale. So now's a good time to get caught up. And we have season 1 and 2 recaps. You can just listen to the recaps and dive right into season 3 if you want to, because we are getting close to some real interesting stuff. It's getting real juicy up in this Magus Tower. I won't say anything more, because it's all spoilers at this point. But you can check that out on D20 Games.
And I'm Naseem, and if you'd like to follow me on socials, I'm at Nazgul, mostly putting fun, adorable images of my cat in my stories, so come there for cuteness. And also, I'm a cast member of the Venture Maidens podcast, which also streams on the Venture Maidens Twitch every Wednesday night. And then I also do a little solo Let's Play on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. on the Venture Maidens channel, and I'm right now playing The Sims 4.
And my name is Celeste Konowich. If you want to find out more about all the things I am writing for games, the things I'm streaming for games, the things I'm podcasting, definitely follow me on Twitter at ckonowich, or check out my website, celestekonowich.com. I recently just dropped a D&D adventure called Dino World, which is not a Jurassic Park ripoff, wink. So if you're into that, if you like dinosaurs, and of course you do, go to the DM's Guild and buy a copy of Dino World. You won't regret it. I am also going to be part of the D&D celebration, so you can check out September 19th. I'm doing a panel with the DM's Guild about how to be a D&D designer, but honestly, that applies for a lot of things. The secret's there. If you're interested in RPGs and making them, check out the panel. That's that. Thank you so much to Roll20 for having us. Once again, we would love if you told them how much you are enjoying the show. So please go on to social media, follow Roll20, tell them that the Burn Bryte cast doing Burning Daylight is the best. You love them. You need Wanda in your lives all the time. So give them a shout. Thank you so much for having us, and thank you all for being here. Oh gosh, I guess that's it. So we'll see you next time, everybody. So hold on to your butts. We'll see you next week. And until then, blast off.
Blast off.
Blast off, everybody.
Wow, blast off to travel.
Blast off.
Goodbye, blast off.